Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this. All right, guys, I do want to hop around the rest of the Big Ten real quick. I want both of you guys to answer this. Tyler, we'll go to you first on this one. This Purdue team in the offseason, we were questioning whether or not it was smart to basically run it back with the same guys if they were going to have the same issues they did last year. We've now seen Purdue pretty much put together the most impressive non-conference schedule that anyone put together this season and have the most impressive set of wins coming out of that non-conference. They beat Marquette, they beat Arizona. Both of those teams, you kind of look at and you say those are the teams that would normally give you trouble if you were Purdue last year. Are we ready to kind of go all the way in on Purdue is the best team in the sport, Purdue is the national title favorite, or are you still a little bit hesitant knowing what their track record is in the tournament?
I definitely think they're going to run through the Big Ten. I don't think they're going to have any pushback in the Big Ten. I think there's a clear runaway. But to your point about their guard play and expecting a lot out of those guards, especially in particular Fletcher Lawyer and Braden Smith. Those guys were freshmen last year, and they had a freshman season. They had peaks and valleys, and that's normal. And nobody predicted Zach Edey to be as dominant or the player that he is. And his development and what he became last year, put Purdue on the map. And so what we're seeing is the growth of freshmen from last year to this year. I think Fletcher Lawyer in particular, he's still been a little inconsistent, but he dropped 27 on Arizona, 27 on Tennessee as well. And then he has 4 points against, Alabama and 2 points against Gonzaga. You'd want a little more consistency out of him, but he has made a lot of improvement, as has Braden Smith. I think Braden Smith's shooting, 40-something% from the three-point line. He's really consistent. He's had big nights. You saw what he did at Arizona. But also, their transfer from SIU, Lance Jones, I think he is a guy that can kind of be an X factor going forward, kind of give them a little boost at times when these guys aren't producing like we want them to. But there's absolutely no question. I think Purdue's the most dominant team, and I'm a big Matt Painter fan. I've always liked him. He goes inside. He has old school practices. I like his approach to the game. So I'm pulling for Purdue. I would say, in particular for me right now, with the schedule and the strength of schedule they've played, they haven't shied away from playing anybody. They brought all the big dogs on. So I would say they're front runner for me.
Go ahead, Teal.
Yeah, my only thing is I want Fletcher Lawyer to be that guy that was the 27 points. I would settle for 20. Like the consistency level to me, Hansbrough, I'm with you on everything. I love the way I've been a long time Matt Painter fan. I think he's absolutely terrific. He's top 5 X's and O's, X and O's guy in college basketball. I think that's universally understood. And they've got the dominant force, the indomitable, whatever you want to call it, in Zach Edey. That's all well and good. You know what you're getting from him on a given night. It's the other guys that, Fletcher Lawyer, I would like to see more of this just so teams know what to expect. And whenever you go in the tournament, some of these games, like a St. Peter's, some of these games, like a Fairleigh Dickinson, like you're going to have those peaks and valleys. If they're not locked up on a one-game sample size, it can get you. That all being said, I agree with you. I think right now, I thought last year it was a shoe-in for a Final Four. I think this year they're a shoe-in for a Final Four. Last year, they got a bad matchup at the wrong time with young guards against guys who pressured. This year, those same guards that they had last year are a year older, and they might as well be juniors by the time the tournament comes. I don't worry about them against pressure this year just because their ability to handle the ball. Braden Smith has been terrific. I think there's going to be a game in the tournament, and I'm talking NCAA tournament because, like you said, I think they're just going to run roughshod through the Big Ten because I think it's a crap league this year, by and large. Outside the top 3, it's not a very good league. Anybody wants to argue with me? Fine. We'll just hit you with numbers. It's not even debatable. It's not a good league this year. So here's the thing, too. If they're going to need him for a big game in the NCAA tournament to make it to the Final Four. And then once they get there, all rules are off. But I feel like Purdue can certainly win the national championship.
Yeah, I'm kind of look, I'm a UConn fan. I want UConn to win, but if UConn's not going to win it, I want to see Purdue be able to have a chance to go from losing to a 16 seed to winning a national title. Thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.